لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله ثم أما بعد. يقول النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم: العمرة إلى العمرة كفارة لما بينهما والحج المبرور ليس له ثواب إلا الجنة. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, Umrah to Umrah, performing Umrah to Umrah, meaning you do Umrah now, the next Umrah you do erases all the sins in between. And Hajj Mabrur means accepted Hajj, has no reward but heaven. Yani, you go to Jannah. And also he said, sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, Al-Hajj wal-Umrah ينفيان الفقر أو المتابعة بين الحج والعمرة ينفيان الفقر كما ينفي الكير خبث الحديد أو خبث الحديد. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam also said that following Umrah with Umrah and Hajj with Hajj will erase poverty, meaning you will not be poor, even though you're costing a lot of money. But Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam said it's a form of richness. Just like you give a lot of money in charity, it seems like you're losing the money, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala compensates you more. The same thing with Hajj and Umrah. But today I want to give you some of the advices and some of the strange things that I faced in this Umrah. Alhamdulillah that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala facilitated for me. Some of the things that people, usually when you want to be connected with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you can't help but watch people, what they do. And one of the things that I was paying attention to in the plane and in the airport, what Muslims do, especially prayer. The most important thing in your life is prayer. You will notice that the majority of the people either don't pray or their prayer is not accepted because it's not done properly. And the majority don't pray, or they don't pray on time, or they don't even know what time or how they do. You just see people sleeping, and whenever they wake up without paying attention to time or asking or anything, they may get up and pray. And how they pray, that's another story. We know that you have pillars for the prayer, and one of them is standing. Your prayer is not accepted if you can stand and you don't stand. So I told one person, I said, are you going to pray? He said, oh yeah, I'm going to pray. I said, make sure you stand up, because when I saw it's open area where he is sitting. He said, no, you don't have to stand, you pray while sitting. And I said, no, standing is a pillar. You must stand or your prayer is not accepted. Still did not pay attention, did not listen, did not care. Just like someone walks to the masjid and he has problem with the knees, for instance, and then he takes the chair and he sits on it and he says, Allahu Akbar. Prayer is not accepted. You walked all the way to the masjid and you're standing and you're talking to people. Now you cannot say Allahu Akbar standing and then sit. We're not saying stand and continue on standing if it's hard, but you can say Allahu Akbar and sit. But to say Allahu Akbar when you can stand, the same thing. And I mentioned that before. Sisters go to the mall or something, they go out to the car and they pray inside the car. That's not accepted. You have to stand, and you can stand, pray outside. or plan for it the way you want. So that's a horrible thing. I could stand in my place myself, but I said, let me see something better. So I went to the bathroom area, and I noticed there's a nice place here where the hostesses and those, sit usually when the plane is landing or taking off. So I said, do you mind? I want to pray here. So I prayed regular, I'm praying here. And that's where I made dua for you. That's one of the places. Imagine when you put your forehead and you are 37,000 square feet. Square feet or feet? Feet, right? In the air, and you're making dua. Wow. It's touchy. In Medina, when I went to visit the grave of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ and pray in the Rawdah, that's another place. Can you imagine when I say, Assalamu alaikum ya Rasulullah, ISI students are delivering their salam to you. Wow. All of you. Not ISI students, of course, the faculty and everyone, but to mention that, to say Assalamu alaikum to Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives him his life back, to say wa alaikum assalam. Kaaba, Safa and Marwa. So dua is not like, it's not like I make dua in one spot, especially those who had need and asked me to make a special dua. It's not like you make one dua and it's over. Every place I made dua, I included the school and the people in the school and those specifically who asked me for dua. Make myself and then include everyone. Funny things happen there. Sometimes you look at someone and you see something they have and you say, I wish I have it. In reality, it may not be that good to you to have it. I don't know, someone mentioned about height, that you're tall, and that's blessing. If I tell you what happened there because of my height, you would not believe it. I bumped into everything. This head was a bumper car. And you do it once and over, and I'm going, what's wrong with me? Here is the plane. Now I want to get something from here. From here, it's high. From here, where you put the bags, it's a little bit low, so I did not pay attention. So I went like this quickly to the bag. Boom, I ran into that thing. Well, you act, you have to look cool, right? So I acted, nothing happened, so, smiled, with the corner of my eye to see if somebody's looking. So I went again, I forgot, because I was focusing on people saw me or not. I went again to gonna win, boom, I bumped again. 3 times. Then walking in the street, levels. There is no sign to tell you levels. I see that, and I'm walking, I'm avoiding that. Somehow I put my foot half on the edge and half not, and boom, you twist your leg. And I thought I'm gonna break my leg. To the point my wife saying, what's wrong with you? I said, I don't know. Going to the restaurant. Hi, how are you? Assalamu alaikum. And you're walking in there, boom, I ran into 2x4. The restaurant height is 6, maybe 6'2". But in some areas they have a 2x4 that hangs low. So the 2 inches that I'm extra, I ran into that thing straight. I mean, you're walking like this and boom, slaps you in the. Went to the same restaurant again, ran into it again. I told the guy, I grabbed the waiter and I said, look, if you don't put a tape or something here to tell people, I don't know, you midgets living over here, expect someone tall to come and make more. And he said, inshallah, inshallah, next time you come, we'll remove that, we'll cut it or do something. I said, okay. So after I hit myself, I'm going downstairs, so narrow, you barely can go. I put both hands here and I'm going down, and there is an edge here that I wasn't paying attention to it. So I want to go down with my feet and boom. That's after I ran already upstairs. Said, La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Sat on the table, and I told the guy, I need to go to the bathroom. He said, okay. So I went like this to get up, and I got up and I ran into the whole light. Big light over the table, and boom, at the back of my head. I don't know, there's no doubt it's punishment. I mean, I know this is punishment for sins, God knows what I did, but subhanAllah, I was going to myself, man, this height is a problem. Not to forget, sitting in the plane and the seats, that guy in front of me almost broke my legs completely. My knees are so close to the back of his chair, and he reclined one time. Boom, it's like. And then my young, beautiful son, I'm relaxed like this, he's behind me, and just barely fallen asleep. And you know, when you're about to fall asleep, your dreams and you're imagining things and seeing things and all of that. And the dummy wants to give me a massage. That's okay, that's good. But he pushed the button that reclines and boom, it fell all at one time. I said, that's it. The plane crashed. I thought I fell from the sky. Because I'm going like this and Wallahi, I was about to just. That's nothing. Watch this. Isma, Sheikh. I'm sitting praying Isha. Not sitting, I have a chair. Small, tiny chair. Putting it on and praying Isha. Paying close attention to the Sheikh recitation, I slipped. Just somehow my thoughts drifted from one ayah or two ayah that he recited, and all of a sudden he stopped and started crying. And I was going, what was the ayah? So I started reviewing the ayat, that he recited, and I'm going, oh. So the second time I was paying so close attention with him because he kept crying and all that, and I was completely focused with him. Now he said Allahu Akbar for ruku', and I'm going, because the chair is so small, you don't want to miss it when you sit, right? So my hands are like this, and I'm going slowly just to feel it from both sides. And I'm going like this. My mind is not with the chair, my mind is with him, because the recitation, everything. Wallahi, the next thing I see myself, I flipped over. Literally, I flipped. And my legs went up, and it's like, continue the prayer or came back. My hand almost broke because I fell on this hand and this leg. And I finished the prayer. I said, who is the dummy who took the chair? It turned out next to us there was a man with his little child. He took the chair, playing with it. He took the chair and put it somewhere else. And then the guy with me, he's going, come here, say Assalamu alaikum to the Sheikh. Shake his hand. I said, shake his hand, I'm going to take him. Wallahi, I thought I fell from the second floor. Ibrahim, where were you? Oh, you weren't with me on that one. You see things. The guy next to me, he was like crying, and I was going, man, he's really affected. And he was laughing at me. He was actually crying, laughing at me. He said, all I see is your feet in the air. What happened to the Sheikh? overall